Now, some of you new people may think that Backstretch Battles Remastered or Backstretch Battles 3 was the first Backstretch Battles game, but that is just simply not true. Behold, the first Backstretch Battles game ever made. You may have played this game before, or you may not have. This game came out September 2nd, 2019. This game is not shut down. You can still play it today. Sort of. You can join into the game as it loads in here. You can technically play it, but when you get into the game, there is nothing to be found. Because 1 month ago, as you see right here, it says that it was updated. And they must have taken away all the cars and stuff in this game, because I remember about 2 months ago I joined onto this game and all the cars and stuff were still here, but I guess a month ago they deleted all the cars because they don't want copyright issues again. But this used to be the very first and original Backstretch Battles track that we used to race on and that people raced on. Although you can still play it today, you technically can't. You can join the game and join the lobby, but there are no cars to race. You can only just see the base plate and the track that used to be. This track was 30k studs to 8k studs. Now, some of you may know this one as the original Backstretch Battles, because it technically is. Gage, the creator of the game, was technically the first one to make these Backstretch Battles games, but there's a big mystery that is still left unsolved to some people today. That big mystery is the mystery between Ash and Gage of who had the original idea of Backstretch Battles, because many of you know that Gage is the creator of Backstretch Battles, but there is a game that I played a while ago that is actually before this game right here. This game was the first Backstretch Battles game that was made, but there's actually another game called Backstretch Battles Indycar Edition by Southern Mama Yee, also known as Ashton Champion. Now, this game is interesting because this game was created on September 1st, 2019, while this game was created September 2nd, 2019, only 1 day apart. That makes this game, the IndyCar game, the first Backstretch Battles game to ever have been made on Ashton Champion's account. Now, in the credits, he does credit Gage and NASCAR for AJ with helping with this game. Now, technically, you can still play this game today, but when you join in, you're in a glass box, and you can't get out. There's only 4 spawns, but unlike Backstretch Battles, the Indy cars are still here. If somehow you manage to get out of this box, which I don't think is possible, you could technically still drive these Indy cars and race on this track. Now, this track looks a lot like the original Backstretch Battles track, which maybe this is the original, who knows, but both tracks look very similar. We have a sign down here. I can't read what that says. And we have 5 lights that in the chat, if you type start, these lights will actually go on, just like Formula 1, and then they will go off, which means that the race has begun. Now, this is a feature that's not in the Backstretch Battles game, and was not ever in the Backstretch Battles game. This was only in the original IndyCar game. Although I did play Backstretch Battles back in 2019, unfortunately I was not a YouTuber and I did not record back then, so I do not have any footage of me actually playing this game. I do have a video from somebody else. It's a very old YouTube channel, and you can see me driving in a few cars. Now, I'll post that video on the screen right now so that you can see kind of what the cars look like and how it was back then. But you can see, yep, there's me. That was my name before I changed it to Arctic Draft. But that was who I was before. I was I was driving in that car, and this is pretty much what the gameplay looked like and how it used to be. Let's move on. After this game came out, then this game was published. This game was created on February 24th, 2020. It was updated 10 months ago, and you can still play this game today. This game is Backstretch Battles 2. Now, this game came out after Backstretch Battles, the original Backstretch Battles. This game was made by Gage, and this game has 13k visits today. Now, in its prime, this game only had 7,000 visits. Only 7,000 visits. And this game, in its prime, had like 15 to 20,000 visits. Now, this game, Backstretch Battles 2, this game bombed. This was not a very good game. This one tanked really hard. It had only 7,000 people playing it. This is not a very popular game, but this is currently the only Backstretch Battles, old Backstretch Battles game that you can play and actually see the cars and play with the cars and stuff today. This is the only old Backstretch Battles game that you can still play today. When you go into the game, you see that you're super fast, and there are cars that are not spawnable, but they just sit here that you can get inside of and start driving. Now, the thing about these cars is that you cannot jump out of these cars. The jump feature, hitting space, is totally irrelevant, and you cannot get out of these cars. The only way that you can get out is by dying and respawning. When you get back to the spawn, you can see that there are some buying things that you can get stuff with. But not many of them work. There's even a second floor, or if you hit this, you can go up to the second floor, and there are some cars up here. There are some cars up here that you can actually gain access to by buying them. As you can see, the purchase was failed because this is an old game and most of them don't work anymore. Yep. There's another error message. Yeah, this game had many flaws. You can't jump out, you can't buy anything. The cars were very loose. There was no starting. Same with Backstretch Battles. Although all these old games don't have any starting mechanisms, you can just go through. You would have to start yourself by doing a countdown. And some of the cars are very unstable. Like this one. This one, I mean, I'm not doing anything and I'm just spinning out. Like, this car is very loose here. This car is very loose here. I mean, I can barely hold this car straight. Now, there is draft in this game, but you can't see any of the draft. In the original Backstretch Battles game, you could see the draft, but in this game, the draft is invisible. That was the Toyota that I just ran. And if you come over here to some of the other schemes, like the Chevy, the handling is much different. As you can see, I'm turning left and right, and it's very tight. I'm not spinning out at all like I was with the 19 car of the Toyota. And some of those other cars too don't even have any meshes. The Ford mesh somehow got copyrighted or taken away, so there is no Ford mesh anymore, as there used to be, but there's not anymore. And these old games, driving backwards actually gave you draft. You never blew over with these cars. The blowover feature was added so that you couldn't drive backwards and catch your own draft, because the draft starts back here, and when you are driving forward, it's going this way, but if you're driving backwards, then the draft is going this way into the vehicle seat, so it's giving you draft. As you can see here, the Ford templates are completely gone. There are no Fords whatsoever, only Toyotas and Chevys. This game had many problems, like lag, vision lag, and lack of people playing the game. many people were upset back in the day at this game because of the lack of detail in this game, which is why it has so many dislikes. It's interesting that you can still play this game, but can't play any of the other Backstretch Battles games, like Backstretch Battles 3 or the original Backstretch Battles that got taken the cars away from. But it's interesting that you can still play this one today. Maybe it's just because it's so bad. This now brings us to our third Backstretch Battles game, Backstretch Battles 3. Now, Backstretch Battles 3 was a huge success. People loved this game. This game was created on April the 5th, 2020, and it was updated 5 months ago. Now, in this, you can even see the game idea was Ashton Champion. So Ashton Champion technically did have the first original idea of Backstretch Battles, but he shared it with Gage, and they made the first Backstretch Battles game together. Now, in Backstretch Battles 3, there are some new game creators, like Discussing Sewer Water and Eggity. Painter was Uncovered Mythical, and Eggity was the scripter and GUI holder. This game was a huge success, like I said before. Unfortunately, this is the first game that you can't even play. You cannot even click on this game to join. This game has been shut down for a while, pretty much ever since Backstretch Battles Remastered came out. Back a year ago, this game was very popular, and a lot of people played it, as this game was the first Backstretch Battles game that was brick. Yes, that's right, you heard me right. This was a brick game, as you can see here. These cars looked a lot like this, and when you hit the wall, the tires and the parts of the car would fall off, which is why it was such a huge success. Now, this game has been closed for quite some time. However, on March 15th, 2021, this game reopened. For a single day, one day, you could play this game. They reopened it for one day. Ever since then, to this present day, it's been closed. And many people want this game to come back. Many people just want this game to be a game that they can come and play. But only 30,000 people have visited this game. So, not too many people have played this game. Now, this is actual footage of me playing the game. This was on the day that it reopened. For one day, it reopened, and this is me just, messing around, playing with the game. As you can see, there's carnage all over the place. It's just a mess from people who played this game on March 15th. As you can see, you can death wall very easy if your car touches the side. Parts and pieces will fly off of the car, making it very easy to DNF and making this game very, very fun for players. This is what the lobby looked like. It was very square and enclosed with glass. Out of all the Backstretch Battles games, old and new, this was the first ever Backstretch Battles game that you could actually buy mod. Yes, that's right, you could actually buy admin and mod. Right there you can see that there is a place that you can buy. You could buy it for I'm not sure how much Robux it was. It was like 100 or 500 or something. It was actually pretty cheap, but you could buy that and you would have admin in game, and you could do whatever you want, which is a crazy feature if you think about it. Now, as I've said before, me, like a lot of people, love this game. We love this game a lot, and this game was a very fun game to play. Now, it was very interesting, though. As many of you probably by now know what Backstretch Battles 4 is. It probably has already come out. Everybody has been playing it probably by now. The current date right now is June the 17th, and Backstretch Battles 4 has not yet come out for us. But let me tell you something real interesting about Backstretch Battles 4. You wonder why it's called Backstretch Battles 4 and not Backstretch Battles 5? Well, because Backstretch Battles 4 was supposed to be right after Backstretch Battles 3. Yes, that's right, you heard me correctly. Up at the top of the screen right now, you can see that it says New Game at 7 p.m. Eastern, July 8th. This was back in 2020. So keep in mind, this is not 2021. This means that on July 8th, 2020, was the original date for Backstretch Battles 4 to come out. But it's coming out a year later, because Backstretch Battles Remastered came out before Backstretch Battles 3. As many people have been waiting for a few days or even a few weeks for Backstretch Battles 4 to come out. Old players like myself have been waiting actually for months, like a year, for this game to come out, as it's finally coming out. And that brings us to the most well-known Backstretch Battles game of all time, Backstretch Battles Remastered. Now, this game was a huge hit, a huge success. Now, most of you probably know me and know this game because this was the first game that you ever played, as this game has 10.2 million visits. This was created on July 13th, 2020. This was just after Backstretch Battles 4 was supposed to come out. Now, I'll post some videos on the screen right now, but this game, if you haven't played this game before, this was a huge hit and a huge success. This was a mesh racing game, and many, many, many people love playing this game, as it has 70,000 favorites playing this game. The max visitors were 18, and it has 21,000 likes on the game. Many people dislike it, though, because it also has nearly 10,000 dislikes on this game. But this was pretty much the most popular Backstretch Battles game of all time. We'll see how Backstretch Battles 4 does pretty soon here, but currently, as I'm recording this, Backstretch Battles Remastered is the most popular Backstretch Battles game of all time. Now, this game here really started helping my YouTube career. I started making videos on this game, and as I made more and more videos, I got more subscribers, and I thank you all for subscribing and watching this video. This game was pretty much out for 10, 11 months before it finally got shut down. Now you cannot play this game at all anymore, as it's private. This game got shut down not just because they wanted to, not because they're making a new game, but this game got shut down because of copyright issues. Now, I'm not sure how many of you guys know or don't know this, but this game was shut down because of these schemes right here. Like, these schemes, these Elliot, Bubba, Kyle, all these schemes, these are not made by this Popeye's Cup Series group. These are not made by Gage, they are not made by the community. Only the custom schemes are made by the community. But these schemes right here, these are actually made from people over at a website called Stunned Racing. If you do not know what Stunned Racing is, it is a NR 2003 community that builds and makes schemes for the NR 2003 game, which stands for NASCAR Racing 2003 season. Stunned Racing was never built for Roblox, it was never made for Roblox whatsoever. Now, NR 2003 was made in the year 2003. It is a online and single-player NASCAR simulation game made for the computer. And this site right here, Stunned Racing, they make schemes still for that game because the community is still alive and well, as they try to keep the community alive and well today. And many of us, like many of the Backstretch Battles community people, took these schemes and imported it and made this game. Like, all of these schemes here, these are all Stunned schemes from this site right here. And apparently somebody in the Backstretch Battles community was from this community, and they figured out that we were using their schemes, and they informed Stunned Racing about this problem, and apparently Stunned didn't like it, so they requested Backstretch Battles Remastered to be shut down, and obviously due to respect and copyright issues, they had to shut it down, so this game is no longer playable anymore because of copyright issues. Although this is unfortunate, I guess it's the right thing to do, because if Stunned Racing doesn't want their schemes in Roblox and being used all around, they just want it in NR 2003, then they have the right to do that. Backstretch Battles should just respect their decision and shut the game down, which I think was the right move to do. Now, there are leaks and stuff that there could be custom schemes that look like the in real life schemes of NASCAR, like custom schemes that are not copyright, that are made by the Backstretch Battles community. That might possibly happen. We don't know yet, but it's just gonna be very, very interesting to see what happens with Backstretch Battles in the coming years. The Backstretch Battles developers say that Backstretch Battles 4 will come out any day now, and I do believe that, but it's taking a long time because they said that the original date for the Backstretch Battles 4 to come out is May, like sometime in May, like the end of May, but that has never happened yet. Now, Backstretch Battles 4, like I said before, it was actually supposed to come out a year ago, but it's only coming out now. So Backstretch Battles 4 is going to be the newest and most, Backstretch Battles 4 is going to be the newest Backstretch Battles game that there is. Now, unfortunately, at the time that I'm recording this, Backstretch Battles 4 has not yet been uploaded or published. So, by the time that you guys are seeing this video, you probably already know what the cars look like and what the maps look like. Although that we have a lot of leaks that have been leaked out and stuff of maps and stuff, we still haven't played this game yet. So, we still don't know what it's going to look like. I mean, you guys probably do by now, but I don't know what it's going to look like currently. So yeah, Backstretch Battles 4 will be right after Backstretch Battles Remastered. Welp, that's been a trip through memory lane in the history of Backstretch Battles. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment down below if I missed any topics or if you think that something should have been discussed in the video. I would love to know your guys' thoughts. Also, comment when you started playing Backstretch Battles. Which was your first game? Remastered, Backstretch Battles 3, 2, or did you start playing the original Backstretch Battles game? When did you start playing? That's what I really am curious to see, when you guys started playing, in the comments down below. If you stayed till the end of the video, thank you very much. It means a lot to me as I put a lot of effort into these videos. And let's hope that Backstretch Battles 4 is going to be a good game. Although many of these games can't be played anymore, we should be thankful for the memories that they gave us, and we should be playing the current and newest games that they have to offer. Well, that's it for another video. I'll see you guys later.